My name is Nigel Cotton and I'm at the second conference of the Renewable Heating and Cooling Technology Platform held in Budapest. I'm with Gerhard Stryi-Hipp, who's from the Fraunhofer Institute, and he is the president of the Renewable Heating and Cooling Technology Platform. You've been here now 2 days for the conference, and it's been very successful. Are you happy with the results of the conference?
Yes, I'm very happy with the results of the conference. It was 2 very intensive days of very high-level presentations, and we have had not too many people. It was 140 people attending, but there were high-level experts from the different sectors we have, from solar thermal, from biomass, from geothermal, from district heating sector, heat pump sector, etc. So it was really a high-level auditorium with very high-class discussions, and so I'm very, very happy with it.
And I believe this is really one of the few occasions that people from different panels can get together.
Yes, well, we have in our structure different panels and working groups, focus groups, which are working on specific topics. And the annual conference is a very good possibility and opportunity to come together and exchange the experience, information, ideas, R&D topics, etc., and learn from each other. We have learned within the platform that we have all the experts here are high-level experts. They know a lot about their topic, and their field and their sector, but to understand more what is going on and what are the framework conditions for district heating and for geothermal, this is really new, and I think this is very unique here of the conference and of our platform, that we are able to bring that different aspects together.
The platform itself is normally focused on research and development, but alongside that we have lots of discussions on policy. What policy measures do you believe are now needed to move the renewable heating and cooling market forward?
Yes, well, on European level we do have already a renewable energy directive, and we have now the national renewable action plans, and so the member states did the calculations in which way they want to contribute to the 2020 goals. And now what is necessary is to follow up, and that the Commission must clarify if that national renewable action plans are realistic, and they have really asked the member state if they really realize what they are planning. And now R&D comes into the field, because we need, from our point of view, we are focusing on R&D. We need also a very strong R&D policy, because we believe in a strong increase of renewables in the coming years and decades. But on the one hand side, we need deployment. On the other hand side, we need more innovation, R&D, new technologies, improvements of technologies, reduction of costs, increase of efficiency, etc., in all the technologies. And so we need more money, and we need more support programs for the energy sector in general, and especially for the renewable energy sector, and especially for the renewable heating and cooling sector. And so there needs the political framework, and at the end of the day, we need a higher budget for this R&D activities, and then it comes together. The policy instruments are more or less there. We have only to use it, and we have to provide the budget to make that happen, what is described in the policy instruments and policy directive, which is already described there.
And as far as the technology platform is concerned, what do you see as the next steps?
Well, the next steps are very clear. We have now established the platform. Since January this year, we have a secretariat supported by European Commission, and the structure is very well established. We have a board, we have the different panels, and now what we have seen here at the conference is that the panels are really, and the working groups are working, and they are coming together. New working groups were founded, for example, for the storage topic, or for the system, a hybrid system topic, etc. So the structure is there, and now we have to work. We have presented here and published here the first time the vision of the renewable heating and cooling platform, and in the vision it is described that we can cover 100% of the heat demand in 2050 by renewable energies. So we have now the vision, and the next step is the strategic research agenda. Now we have in detail to describe what technologies are necessary, which technological improvements are necessary to make that happen. And we have already a strategic research agenda in several sectors, in the solar thermal field, and some first steps in the geothermal field, and now we have to improve and update it and then bring it together to a common strategic research agenda. This is our goal, and I'm sure that we will now work hard on it, and the goal is to finalize it next year. So strategic research agenda is one very important aspect. The second point is that we have a call for smart cities of the European Commission in July this year. It will be open. And the Commission told us that the smart city call, or the smart cities initiative within the set plan, is a very good opportunity for heating and cooling to become a part of the set plan, which is a very powerful instrument to fight against climate change with technological solutions. So we want to participate, and we will find ways and discuss ways how heating and cooling can be part of the Smart Cities initiative. Thirdly, we are working on priorities of R&D. So we will prepare a list of priorities in order to propose them to the Commission for the next calls, 2012 and 2013, within FP7, the FP7 research program. So we want to see more renewable heating and cooling topics within that calls, and so we will propose their priorities for this calls. And last but not least, we also have to identify, and we were asked by the director, Mary Donnelly, she was participating in the conference, to present also ideas and priorities for the next framework program after FP7. So we are working on that. And last but not least, we also have to work on more communication. This was one result of the discussion here at the conference. We have learned that not too many people in the renewable heating and cooling world know what is going on within the platform. So we have to communicate more also outside the platform, inform what we are doing, why our work is necessary and important, and where is the chance of that work by developing the technology. So communication will be also an additional main pillar of our work in the coming months.
One of the questions going at the conference in the last 2 days is it possible to have a 100% renewable energy market? Do you believe that there will be an opportunity to have 100% renewable energy by 2050?
I fully believe that it will be possible to have 100% renewable energy system in Europe, in the member states and worldwide in 2050. The question is not if we will have that, because on the long run we don't have any alternative to that. So we must go we must transform our energy system to a renewable energy system. That's no question. The only question is when we will achieve that, and the question is in which way, what are the steps, and how fast and what is necessary to achieve that. The question is, what are the framework conditions, and how fast the policy wants to see progress in this regard. The European Commission, with the 2020 goals, already did a first step. What we see today with the discussion in Europe, depending on the nuclear disaster in Fukushima, is that a lot of governments are thinking to speed up the process. At least in Germany, we have a very strong discussion, and we expect in the coming months, I would say, new policies and policy instruments to accelerate the process of introducing renewable energies. We already have a plan to introduce renewable. The question is, how strong are you committed to? What are the framework conditions? This is the one thing. So policy instrument will influence the process and the speed of that process. And the second point is it depends a lot on the alternatives. And this means the alternatives means the framework condition and especially the price of oil and gas. I personally believe that we will see a strong increase in oil and gas prices over the coming years, over the coming decades, and as higher the price for the alternative for fossil and nuclear power is, as faster we will go into the renewable energy world and see the transformation. And last but not least, we need also new technologies or improvement of technologies in renewable energy in general and also renewable heating and cooling. So the increase of innovations, of R&D, of introduction and development and introduction deployment of new technologies is crucial, and therefore we need more money and more effort and more people, more researchers active in that field. Also there we are asking the member states government as well as the European Parliament and European Commission to spend more money and more effort to increase the level of R&D in that field. I see that there is more and more response on that, so I'm very optimistic that this is more and more realized that it is an urgent situation. We have urgently and very fast go into that direction and have to put more money in, and based on that I'm fully convinced that we will be able to cover our energy demand in 2050 by renewable energies.